Hello everyone! In today's video, we are going to learn beginner-friendly flower and leaf stitches. So before starting this video, I suggest you watch the tutorials on the basics of embroidery. There's a QR code for that in our book. Get your fabric and hoop ready. Okay, so let's start with our first stitch. First, we are going to learn all the leaf stitches. So for these, please thread your needle with green thread. Let's start with the leaf stitch. We always start any stitch from the underside of the fabric. So from the tip of the leaf, we'll bring our needle up and pull it out like this. We'll measure halfway on the center line and insert our needle slightly before that to take a straight stitch. Like this, on the center line. Now from either the left or right side of the center line near the border of the leaf, we'll bring our needle up again. Watch this carefully. Now take a straight stitch and insert it back into the center like this. Now bring the needle up from the right side. And again, insert it back into the center. Like this. We have to continue this process until the leaf is completely filled. Bring the needle up from the left side again, slightly below the previous stitch, and insert it back into the center. This method gives the leaf a realistic look. Keep following the same process to completely fill the leaf with thread. See how realistic it looks once it's filled completely. Follow the same process for the tiny leaf as well. This is how you do a leaf stitch. Let's move on to our next stitch, which is called the satin leaf stitch. Satin stitch is nothing but just filling your shape from top to bottom with straight lines. We'll start from the top of the leaf, pull the needle up, and insert it at the bottom tip like this. Now we'll bring the needle up again from either the right or left side near the border of the leaf and insert it into the center line like this. It's very easy. First, we fill one side of the leaf and then the other. This ensures perfect symmetry in your leaf. It's very simple. Just pull the thread up from the top and insert it down into the center. That's it. It's called satin stitch because after completion, it gives a very smooth finish. You can see how quickly we filled this leaf. So this is what satin stitch is about. It fills the shape quickly and gives a smooth satin finish. Use the same technique for all the leaves. Satin leaf stitch is used when we want to fill the shape quickly and don't want to give it a realistic look. It's mainly used for tiny leaves, not for bigger ones. For bigger leaves, we use leaf stitch or fern stitch. So this is how you do a satin stitch. Just have a look at how satin smooth it looks. Let's move on to our next stitch, which is fern leaf. Fern leaf stitch is my favorite for leaves because it looks very real once it's done. So let's start. Just like the leaf stitch, here also we will make a straight stitch in the center line like this. And now from either the left or right side. We'll bring our needle up near the border of the leaf. Like this, and on the opposite side of the leaf at the border, we'll insert the needle down. Just make sure not to pull the thread completely. Leave a small loop and bring the needle up from the center stitch we made earlier, then pull the thread completely. You can see a V-shaped stitch has formed. Now we'll lock it. Like this. That's it. This is how we do a fern stitch. Continue this stitch until the leaf is fully filled. Bring it up from the left side. Insert on the right. Don't pull it completely. Bring it out from the center. Then pull it and lock the stitch. Like this. We use fern stitch when the leaf shape is large and symmetrical. It doesn't show as much detail on tiny leaves, so make sure to use it for larger ones. Keep filling it the same way. You can already see a very nice texture forming. It looks like a real leaf. So this is how we do a fern stitch. The next stitch that we are going to learn is lazy daisy. Lazy daisy leaf is used when we have very tiny leaves in our project. So we'll start from the bottom of the leaf. From there, we'll pull the needle upward like this. Now insert the needle again into the same point. Just make sure the knot of the thread doesn't come in between the needle. Insert it back into the same point. Pull down, but don't pull it completely. Leave a small loop like this. Now from the tip of the leaf, we'll bring the needle up. Make sure your needle comes through the middle of the loop, and then pull like this. You can see a drop-shaped stitch has formed. Lock it like this. Just make sure you don't pull the thread too tightly, or the drop shape won't form. Watch it again. Bring the needle up from the bottom of the leaf. Insert it back into the same point. Don't pull the thread completely. Leave a small loop. Bring the needle up from the tip of the leaf. And this becomes our lazy daisy stitch. Lock it like this. So use the same procedure for all the tiny leaves, and you will have the prettiest leaves formed. Isn't it looking so pretty? This is how we do lazy daisy leaf stitch. Now let's move on to our flowers. The first flower we are going to learn is lazy daisy flower, because you've just learned how to do lazy daisy leaves. It's done exactly the same way, except that instead of leaf shapes, we'll be making the stitches in a round shape. Okay, so start from the bottom of the petal. Take your needle up. Now put your needle back again into the same point. Make sure to keep the knot to the side before inserting the needle down. Don't pull it completely. Leave a small loop. Now from the tip of the petal, bring your needle up and then pull the thread completely. Don't pull it too tight, otherwise your drop shape won't form. And then lock it. That's it. Follow the same procedure for all the petals. And your lazy daisy flower is done. So this flower is usually used for daisy flowers, and also for small tiny sunflower petals. And if your project has white gaps, You can also fill them with these flowers. It looks really pretty. Let's move on to our next flower stitch, which is French knots. French knots are tiny dots of thread. It's a 3D stitch. To do it, we wrap the thread around the needle 2 or 3 times and then pull it down. So let's start. We'll bring our needle up from the center of the dot like this. Now hold the thread from here and hold the needle parallel to the fabric. Not pointed but parallel like this. Now wrap the thread around the needle twice like this. Hold the thread and insert the needle a little to the side of the point, where we brought it out. Just make sure you are not inserting it in the exact same point. If you do that, your knot won't form as a round circle. And now pull the needle down like this. This is a pretty tiny French knot. Watch this 2 or 3 times before trying it. We wrapped the thread twice around the needle like this, and then inserted the needle a little to the side of the original point, not into the exact same point, and pulled it down like this. You can see how pretty and cute this round knot looks. If you insert it in the same point, the knot won't be round, so always insert it slightly to the side. French knot stage is used for tiny flowers. There are 3 things to keep in mind. 1. Keep the needle parallel to the fabric. 2. Hold the thread properly. 3. Don't insert the needle into the same point. These are French knots. They give a 3D look to your project. Our next stitch is satin stitch flowers. As the name suggests, after completion, it gives a satin smooth finish. You must have guessed it from the name. It gives a satin smooth finish once done. So let's start the satin stitch. We always start from the center of the petal. First, we fill one side of the petal, then the other side. This helps achieve good symmetry. So let's begin. Pull the needle up from the outer side of the petal and insert it down on the straight line and pull it. Make a straight stitch. Now we'll fill the left side of the petal. Make sure the stitches you take are slightly inward so that the shape of the petal stays maintained. When taking the third stitch, we'll insert it back into the same hole as the second stitch. This way, the stitches will curve inward and form a nice shape rather than just going straight. In the same way, we'll keep filling the entire left side. We've completely filled the left side. Now let's start with the right side. Fill this side with the same process. You can already see how smooth and satin-like it looks. We'll fill all the petals in the same way. So this is how we do a satin stitch flower. It looks very pretty. The next flower stitch we are going to learn is the woven wheel flower. This is one of my favorite stitches. It looks just like a rose once it's done. So it's a round-shaped flower. It has 5 lines. We'll first thread these 5 lines. You can start from any line. Bring the needle up from the outer side and insert it down in the center. In this way, we have to thread all 5 lines. Make sure all the lines are stitched tightly. Now the main part begins. Once all your lines are threaded, take the needle out from between any 2 lines like this. Now we'll start weaving our needle over. And under these 5 lines, we're going to travel the needle through them. Watch carefully. This is our first line. We'll go over it. And under the second line, like this. Now, over the third line and under the fourth. We'll keep alternating the needle over. and under these straight lines. It's simple. Just keep track of which line you went under. In the second round, wherever we went under in the first round, now we'll go over, and vice versa. This happens automatically. You don't have to do anything extra. As you keep weaving the needle, it will automatically go in an alternate pattern. Keep filling the shape by going over and under until the full round is filled with thread. This entire process is super satisfying. You need to stay focused on which thread you're going over and under. If you miss even one line, the finishing of your flower will be ruined. To give it a rose-like look, keep your stitches tight in the beginning. Towards the end, make your stitches a bit loose. That gives the perfect rose shape. If your thread starts to run out midway, just insert your needle down from where you are. Trick it like this and pull gently. Don't pull too hard, or your whole flower might get spoiled. Knot it at the back, and continue with a new thread. Towards the end, make sure to pull lightly. This gives it a rose look. You can see our circle is almost finished. Once it's done, insert the needle down and gently pull. Make sure you pull very lightly. Otherwise, the flower may collapse. Then knot it at the back. This looks so pretty, right? Now, we'll learn the next stitch. It's called the pistil flower. This one is quite similar to the French knot. The only difference is a French knot is round, and this one has a tail. So let's start with how to do a pistil stitch. We'll begin from the end of the tail. We'll bring the needle up from there. Just like we roll the thread around the needle. In a French knot, we'll roll it twice around the needle. But instead of inserting the needle right next to the same point, we'll insert it at the dot ahead. Right here. Hold the thread and pull it like this. And there you go. This is our pistil stitch. It's just like a French knot, but we move the needle a bit forward to create a tail. There's a knot at the beginning of the tail. That's the look we're going for. It's called a pistil because it actually looks like one. The dots in the center of a flower are called pistils, and this resembles those perfectly. The next stitch you're going to learn is the buttonhole, or blanket flower stitch. It's called that because it's used to stitch the edges of blankets and buttonholes. It's a series of L-shaped stitches, not just a single stitch. This is a chain of many stitches done together. So let's start the buttonhole stitch wheel. Bring the needle up from any point right here now. We don't insert it on the same line, we go to the opposite side and insert the needle down there here. Don't pull the thread all the way, leave a loop, just like we do in chain stitch or lazy daisy. Now, in the middle point between the two, the center of the L, we'll bring the needle up. Make sure the loop is around the needle, and that becomes our first L-shaped stitch. Now again, insert the needle down on the opposite line and bring it up from the center of the L like this. This is our second L stitch. So this is a connected stitch, not an individual one. The same stitch is used to seal the edges of blankets, usually done in a straight line. But here we are doing it in a circular shape so that we get a flower design. It looks really pretty when finished. Just have a look. It looks like a pinwheel, or a spinning chakra, or you could say slices of a lemon or an orange. You can later fill knots in the center too. Give it more of a flower look. Such a pretty flower in such a short time. The next stitch we are going to learn is the bundle flower stitch. So in my needle, I already have a green thread. Now I'll take one blue thread. You can take any color. Take a thread about 1 meter long. Measure it from your palm to your shoulder. Now take your 2 fingers and wrap the thread around them completely, like this, to create a bundle. Now keep this bundle on the marked shape here. And with the help of a needle, we'll secure it like this. Just attach the bundle to the cloth. Now do satin stitch on the bottom of this bundle so that it looks like a flower. Take your needle up from here and insert it straight down on the opposite side. Here, you have to fill this triangle shape completely. Once your satin stitch is complete, we'll cut the loops of the thread. Now trim the top part of the bundle evenly like this. And there you go, our cute little bundle flower is ready. It gives a very 3D look and looks really cute.